If you'd like to find your seats, we would be most grateful. I will tell you my name, but you will not remember it at the end of the evening, so we'll have a little test. My name is Kirk. Let's say it together. Kirk Kern. Sometimes it sounds like a sneeze. Kirk Kern. So you can either say it together or you can say it apart. Your choice. I happen to be a College of Business alum graduating in '02 and '04. And tonight it is my great pleasure to be your master of ceremony this evening. First off, I'd like to thank Mr. Dick Zunkowitz and his trumpet for calling all of us into the ballroom this evening. Yes, where's Dick at? Mr. Zunkowitz, where are you? Stand and be recognized, my friend. Awesome job. And also, thanks to these wonderful, good-looking university singers under the direction of the super good-looking Dr. Chong. Dr. Chong. You, my friends, are in for a wonderful evening. If you can hear me, because some of you are still talking. That's okay. You're in for a wonderful evening. A little entertainment, some delicious food. You'll meet some amazing people. I'm told there'll be an exciting announcement coming, and then we'll cap off the night with a bang, literally. Now, please stand. Let's see if you can all follow directions. Excellent. Please stand as the university singers lead us in the alma mater. The words will be on the screen to my left. After the alma mater, Katie Freilich, a sophomore nursing student from Akron, Ohio, will introduce herself and deliver the invocation. Dr. Chong?
Well, good evening, everyone. You may be seated. Well, hello there. I'm thrilled to be with you all tonight. I truly believe that attending the University of Findlay was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like Mr. Kern said, I am studying nursing, and I will earn my doctorate in occupational therapy here after graduating with my BSN. I'm also a recipient of the TLB Foundation Christian Service Scholarship. When I'm not studying, you'll find me involved in many different organizations here on campus. I help lead a co-ed Bible study with our campus ministry, give tours from the Office of Admissions, help lead new student orientation, am the president of the Student Nurses Association, am a member of the Students of Occupational Therapy Association, and am a member of STRIDE, a group that raises disability awareness both here on campus and in the community. I also have a blast playing on a team in our annual intramural sand volleyball tournament, and I've gotten to go caroling with other students at Christmas time. These groups and activities have pushed me to grow in ways that I never would have expected. I've learned time management in balancing my coursework with all of my extracurricular opportunities here at Findlay, and these groups have also allowed me to meet some truly wonderful people. From the first moment I stepped foot on campus, the people here were so kind. By the time I walked through the arch to officially begin my freshman year, I knew that I'd found my second home here. I've met people from many different majors, states, and countries, and I've made some of my closest friends here. I have professors who care about the dreams I'm pursuing and want me to help me achieve them, giving up their time to support my growth and my future. Our small class sizes have allowed me to get to know my professors, and I don't feel like a number. During finals week, our professors even give up a night to volunteer to come to our dining hall and serve their students food. What other school hires people to do that? I also realized that the University of Findlay's commitment to our surrounding community during freshman orientation. The University of Findlay has given me the opportunity to get involved in Findlay and give back to the people who call this city home. Starting at new student orientation, our school sends students out into the community to serve others and give back. I've had the opportunity to continue volunteering since then, and as an orientation leader this fall, I had the privilege of leading another group of new students in serving our community in this unique way. My connections at the University of Findlay have given me the opportunity to volunteer both on and off of campus. The University of Findlay's impact is truly far-reaching. I am so grateful to attend a school that honestly cares about its students and staff and community, and I'm not just a number here. I'm a person who is valued for her intellect and interests and who is supported to grow. The University of Findlay has given me an opportunity to passionately pursue my interests and grow in my relationship with God. I know I would not be the same person if I'd chosen to attend a different school, and I can't wait to see what the future holds here at the University of Findlay. I know that I and my peers will be prepared, like many of the classes that have come before us, to give back to others while having a meaningful life and a productive career. Will you all please bow your heads and pray with me? Dear Lord, thank you for your offer of salvation through your only Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you also for the University of Findlay, for the faculty, staff, alumni, and supporters that help so many find their calling in life. We ask for your wisdom and guidance through every step of this project and for your continued blessing on the university as we begin this new campaign so that we can equip even more students to make a positive impact on our world. In Christ's name we pray, amen. Thank you.
I've got a lump in my throat right now, so just hold on for a second. That was wonderful, Katie. The catering staff will be releasing tables one by one to the buffet line, so you probably can slip them maybe a 50 or 100 and get, maybe not, I'm not sure. Enjoy your dinner and the conversation with your table mates. We will reconvene at 8:15. Set your watches. We'll be right back. Hopefully you enjoyed dinner. From my table, it was delicious. The discussions, fellowship was amazing. And we want to begin our gala celebration. First, please join me in a warm round of applause. She left. Where did she go? For our pianist, Sarah Zimmerly. Sarah? There you are. Awesome job. Beautiful dinner music. Sarah's a senior in our Doctor of Pharmacy program. So when Ken McIntyre's here, and Stacy Polka asked me to come back to the University of Findlay as an alma mater, as a graduate, and to speak, I was a little bit taken aback. I said, you really want me to come and speak? And they said, yes. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And they said, we would like you to share your Findlay story. So if you will allow me for a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, to tell you my story. Is that okay with you all? I can't hear you. Is that okay with you all? I could bore you. Dr. Fell, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for this story. So my story goes like this. I dropped out of college at 19. It's a school up north. I think their initials may be UT. I'm not really sure, but I dropped out of college at 19. Sorry. All my rocket friends. It gets better. But I dropped back into the University of Findlay at 39. Think about that. I was a slow learner. It took me 20 years to figure out what I needed to do. And when I got here, it was a significant blessing. I've had 3 different careers in my lifetime. 3, so stick with me. My first career was in radio. I was Toledo's youngest radio personality at the age of 12 years old. That's true. I worked for a radio station named WTOD, called WTOD. I was actually licensed by the Federal Communication Commission. And I went on to be a broadcast executive for 20 years. Reynaldo, can you hear me? He's back here. My volume just went out. I got a little nervous. But I transitioned after broadcasting into public administration and into education, all without a college degree. Think about that. And by the way, I've started 9 different companies. You're going to meet some people tonight who have had 30 companies and 11 companies. I've started 9 different companies in the last 30 years. So I've been a little bit busy. But I've always wanted to finish my college education. What I discovered when I came back to the University of Findlay as a non-traditional online student back in the early 2000s was that UF was amazing. The power of education had a significant impact on me and on my family. My wife and I and my son, we all have graduate degrees, which is just something that's really important for all of us to have accomplished. So, as the story goes on, I had tremendous professors at the University of Findlay. I had people like the late Marty Kerrigan, Dr. Dennis Mathern, and Dr. Ray McCandless, all who mentored me. These gentlemen prepared me for my 3rd career and final career. I'm here to tell you, Chris, this is it. I'm not doing any more. 3, brother. I'm done. For the last 17 years, I've been a professor of entrepreneurship at Bowling Green State University. Recently retired after 10 years as the director of BG's Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. And boy, what an interesting journey it has been. My education and experiences at the University of Findlay have opened up possibilities that I could never have imagined. And I get a lump in my throat when I think about it. So thank you, UF. Thank you. And to quote the late, great Paul Harvey, and now you know the rest of the story. You can applaud. It will make me feel good as an old man. All right. It's time for me to introduce the chair of the Board of Trustees. My friend, he and I met in jail many years ago. And he can tell you about some of the things that happened when we were in jail together, but that's up to you, Chris, my friend. I've told some of our table mates, I can spend 30 seconds with individuals, and I can tell you if I want to have another 30 seconds of conversation. And Chris and I are now fast friends. Would you agree, brother? We spent the evening together, and we have bonded. So, Chris Ostrander, member of the Board of Trustees for 9 years, has been leading as the chair since January 2021, graduate of West Point. He's told me about his military his career and his action that he served. Went to the Missouri University of Science and Technology and the University of Michigan. He has many years of experience leading companies. Now is an entrepreneur. Is that okay if I say this? Got 11 companies going on, and he is really something. And we should be really glad that he is leading the board. Please give it up for my new friend, Chris Ostrander.
Hey, Kirk, I told you to pick up this microphone after you left. Oh, good evening, everyone. I want to do a quick call out to Orion Jones. Where are you at, Orion? Happy birthday, buddy. And last but not least, Roger Fell turns 42 tomorrow, or on Monday, so happy birthday, Roger Fell. Well, welcome to a wonderful night of stories, friendship, and of course, UF celebration. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I personally want to thank you for joining us on this exciting homecoming weekend for an outstanding event tonight. And let's give the crew here just a super round of applause for everything they've done here in preparation. So it's really great to see so many familiar faces, but for me, I've had an opportunity to meet a lot of new faces, including Kirk, and spend some time. I just found out the young man here from Greensburg, PA, he lives right down the street from my in-laws, unfortunately. So yeah, it's great to get a chance to meet a lot of new people and new faces. So again, thanks for being here. This is going to be a great night. I know there are many, but I'd like to share one short story that the university asked me to share tonight through the 140-year history. In October of 1882, and no, Billy, I was not there, just so you know. At one of the earliest meetings of the Board of Trustees, architectural plans for Old Main were approved. It would feature a chapel, a library, a laboratory, 2 large society rooms, large double parlors, and offices for the president and the faculty. Take a guess what it cost. $50,000. $50,000 to who wants the next campaign generation? Dr. Latta? You going to get somebody? So $50,000 is how this university started. Pretty amazing. In November of that year, the first load of stone began arriving on the campus. And among the folks who were helping unload the first wagon of stone, Pastor Bolton of the Findlay First Church of God, and a Board of Trustee member, Tobias Kugel. Rock hauling continued until April that following year, where the builders believed the rock on college grounds was about sufficient to build the foundation walls. I share this story to show how we began as a university. Pastors, trustees, side by side, literally side by side, rolling up their sleeves and doing the heavy lifting to get this university off the ground and running. And although the dirtiest we get now may be taking a ceremonial shovel at a ribbon cutting, I'm proud of our campus community for how we're carrying on the tradition of rolling up our sleeves and getting the hard work done. To continue to differentiate the university as one of the most complex higher education environments that we've ever seen, really, in our lifetimes. The University of Findlay has seen over 140 years, times of challenge, times of triumph, but through it all, we've been here to equip our students for meaningful lives and productive careers. I'd like to ask my fellow trustees who are here tonight to please stand and be recognized for the service to the university that we care about so deeply. Trustees, can you please stand? Guys, thanks for being here. Obviously, this is with the trustees. We've had some great meetings this week. We work very, very closely with the staff and the faculty. And I think we're right now probably one of the most cohesive groups of team members amongst those 3 groups. And we're here for really one primary reason. It's for these kids right over here, and that's why we're here. We do this because we love to give back to the community and to the kids that we serve, to give them the same opportunities that we had when we were growing up. So we appreciate you so much for coming and celebrating the first 140 years. We want to say a big thank you to our early generous donors who've invested this monumental capital campaign that we've undertaken. Please enjoy this short video that kind of rounds out the beginning of the 140-year-old history of the University of Findlay.
From 1882 to 2022, our great institution remains steadfast. For 140 years, we've built upon the nature of education and the sense of service that is foundational to the Findlay experience. From Findlay College to the University of Findlay, we continue to deliver on our promise. A promise of academic excellence, transformative experiences, and a supportive community grounded in faith. 140 years of innovation and growth has led to this. We can't wait to see where the next 140 years takes us.
Again, I want to personally thank all of you who are participating in really making this university what it is today. I'd like to invite our President Fell. For 13 years, she's been here leading this university and leading really the entire team through some very, very interesting times in the university's history. So, Dr. Fell, the floor is yours.
Well, welcome to our celebration tonight. Chris is right. In 1882 and in 2022, we couldn't be a great university without you, our supporters. We have with us this evening certainly administrators, faculty, and staff from the university who work every day to make this place live up to its promise to our most important people, our students. But I'd like to have the cabinet, please stand, the cabinet, the vice presidents who served. Yeah, thank you. This is an ace team of vice presidents, let me tell you, and I'm so grateful to them. Would the deans please stand? Also an ace team. Some of them are off taking care of other responsibilities. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, please, faculty and staff, would you please stand? Thank you. Thank you. And of course, the most important people at your tables, each of you had at least one, maybe two student leaders who were very honored and excited to spend some time with you tonight. They are in awe of you. So if you want to feel good, you come back to our campus. But students, please stand and let us thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So just a few brief words, and then we'll get on to our big announcement, celebration, dancing, and fireworks. But I am indeed honored to be your 17th president, and I mean honored. I was called to this position by the grace of God, and it's been a gift ever since. Roger never wants to leave Findlay. He doesn't even want to visit our children. He loves Findlay. He thinks they could come see us. So we love Findlay. You've been a great community to us, to our family, and certainly to this university. But for 14 decades, we have been educating students through mud, rain, war, depression, pandemic, and through great times as well. So you now are part of that history. We are creating history even as we speak, even as we plan, even as we put a strategic goal on paper. We are making history. We will make some mistakes and we will have some victories, but we can't do it without the entire community support, without our alumni support, our friend support, our business partners support. We couldn't do it then, we can't do it now, we can't do it without the support and approval and prayer and gifts, fiscal gifts, from the Churches of God General Conference. You may know, you've heard me say this many times, that the City of Findlay and the Churches of God General Conference founded this university. And the City of Findlay and the Churches of God General Conference support us still. This is a special place, not just the campus, but the place where the campus finds itself. Usually there's bickering, disagreement, incivility, and people part ways and leave you to your own devices. That has not happened here, and I pray it never will. And during my leadership, I want to make sure that that we express appropriate appreciation for both of those founding entities. We don't all agree here. We don't require that everyone who comes here be a member of the Churches of God General Conference or even be a Christian, but we will not apologize for being founded and grounded in Christian faith. But we welcome all. We welcome all. We don't have to agree on all things. In fact, I think it's very healthy for our students to learn to disagree amicably and civilly and even care about people with whom they disagree. I know it's becoming a very unpopular approach to life, but I'd like to think we can take it back here and keep it going. So thank you for that. Thank you for setting that as your example in the way you live your lives. Thank you. So, just a little bit more of our history. Not a lot, but just a little bit more. You may have heard of floods in Findlay. Well, years ago, even when we began, there were floods and mud and all kinds of things. But as Chris says, we got through it. We rebuilt and we kept going. And there was one particular story I really liked from Dr. Kern's book, one of our late professors who wrote a very good book of Findlay College. He talked about a group of students who, I think it was in the very early 1900s, a few students, they happened to be males. We didn't have enough females then to keep them civilized, but in any case, but we improved. But these students decided it would be comical to take one of the cows that occasionally strayed onto campus, to take one of those cows, bring it into Old Main, into the library, tie it to one of the tables, set up books all the way around it, and leave it. So they did that. And when the cow was discovered, and finally the perpetrators, they were brought in, given the harsh fine of $10 a person, asked to clean up the mess and to pay the farmer to return the cow where it belonged. And I believe the cow belonged to the then President McAllister. And I just want you to know we're a better people now. I just want you to know. So thank you. Thank you for bringing civilization to Findlay College. So what will we do? What will we do as we move forward in this campaign? We're celebrating a new campaign, the largest campaign we've ever had in our university. And we are asking boldly. We're asking boldly for our alumni, our friends, our business partners, and donors throughout the country, even a few international donors, to take a stand for what this university stands for. Only you will keep the independent in independent higher education. And it gives us the freedom to teach well, to know our students well. And I'm happy to say that we have our own cows now. And they're part of the curriculum out at the animal science farm. So we couldn't have done that without you. We'd still be having Scout and Roger's favorite cow coming over to campus chewing on the grass. So we've come a long way. We've come a long way. So thank you for your support. What's going to happen here? We are now a university of 6 colleges, very successful academic programs in each of those 6 colleges, nationally ranked university. You should be proud of your university. You have helped make this happen. This is your university, and we want you to feel part of it and to be proud of whatever support you give us. And we promise to keep our word in making good on use of that resource. We know that you don't owe it to us. We're asking you to trust us with it so that we too can see another 140 years for generations of students who will benefit as these wonderful young women and men do this evening. So that someday in this building, or maybe it'll be a fresher building, someday in this building there'll be another setting like this, and they'll still be dancing, and they'll still be looking at these same photos, but look what might happen in another 140 years. You can be part of that. Together, we will make that possible. And there are students right now on our campus who need some food, who need more clothes, who are working 2 jobs to be sure that they can pay their tuition to get an education. And everybody who stood up here, faculty, staff, administrators, trustees, work every day to bring resources to those very students. Help us do that. And this is going to continue to be a great university. Together, we will make it so. Thank you. I really get excited about asking you for money. So it's really actually one of my favorite things to do. So please welcome our table guest and 5th-year pharmacy student who is going to make a few remarks for you. He is a fine example of all things good at the University of Findlay. So please come forward and offer your words of wisdom to us. Tell us about your experience. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Fell. As Dr. Fell mentioned, my name's Evan Vicek. I'm here on behalf of the student body just to thank the alumni, donors, and friends of the university for their continued support of us as students over the years and in the future. I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about an endowed scholarship I was fortunate to receive over the past several years, which was provided to me by the William and Betty DeWitt Endowed Scholarship Fund, which is just one of our many donors at the university. It's one of over 700 endowed scholarships that we have available for students on the campus, which is something I find amazing. And I'm going to talk a little bit how that impacted me both socially here on campus and professionally in my pharmacy program. So this scholarship definitely provided me with a sense of relief just knowing that I had the support of a former alumni and donor of the university that saw the ability that I have as a student and wanted to help fund that educational experience for me on campus. It's just something I find truly amazing, and if I got the opportunity to meet Mr. and Mrs. DeWitt, I would definitely express my gratitude and just let them know that this has been a huge relief for me, and it's allowed me to definitely focus heavily on making those positive connections with students and our faculty here at the university, both inside and outside of the College of Pharmacy. Outside of the pharmacy program, I'm actively involved in our campus ministry, which I know we've had a lot of support from different donors and friends of the university over the past years in that program. For some of my science-related courses, I've been able to complete some of those through our new Joseph and Judith Conda STEAM Center that was completed last fall here on campus. And I know from a student perspective, we're definitely looking forward to the upcoming Watterson Center for Ethical Leadership, which I know we'll be breaking ground on in the next few years here on campus. These opportunities that were provided through the scholarship aren't limited to just on campus. For those that don't know, the College of Pharmacy and the university as a whole does a very good job of making sure that we are connected with different community pharmacies such as CVS, Rite Aid, Great Scott, different places that you may go on a daily basis to get the medications that you need, along with larger scale hospitals such as Blanchard Valley here in town, St. Rita's in Lima, and the Cleveland Clinic, Veterans Affairs, where we can get a good variety of educational experiences and are able to prepare ourselves for our future careers, whether it's in pharmacy, physician assistant, nursing, or in the business world, any major that our students have. Through these connections that we've made, in my case, in the pharmacy, while working at these different hospitals, we've been able to connect very well with alumni and just share our love for the university and how UF has prepared us for our future careers and just share our positive experiences that we've had on campus, which is something that I find just great. And it's not just limited to people that had the same major as you. I mean, I was just working this last week at St. Rita's in Lima. I was able to connect with individuals that came to Findlay for a business degree. I worked with a physician assistant that just graduated from our program about 2 years ago. So it's definitely, you get a wide variety of exposure, and I'm positive that if it wasn't for the support of friends of the university and donors, these educational and social experiences just wouldn't be the same here on campus. On another slightly different topic, right now we're experiencing our largest group of students that we've ever had living on campus, which is a great thing for the university, and it's definitely helped us to make positive connections. I've experienced this firsthand. I'm one of the resident directors for our Student Affairs division here at the school. So I've seen a lot of these connections between students of different majors, different backgrounds, individuals that on the surface don't look like they would become great friends, but once they get to meet each other and have these positive interactions with one another, they're making lifelong friendships and they're becoming better rounded individuals as a whole. So on behalf of the nearly 700 students that have received endowed scholarships through generous donors such as yourselves, and the thousands of students that have benefited from donor-supported projects here on campus, I just want to express our gratitude and just let you know that we are truly thankful for all of your support over the years, and our educational experience would not be nearly the same if it wasn't for your support. So we hope that a couple years down the road, once we're out and in our jobs, we can continue to give back to the students so they can have that same level of educational and social experiences that we've had on campus, so we can continue to make UF an even better place. So I hope everyone has a fantastic night, and thank you again.
See, Evan Vicek, Dr. Fell, Chris Ostrander, told you you'd meet some amazing people, but we're just getting started. Allow me to introduce Billy and Brenda Watterson, campaign co-chairs for the Together We Will campaign. Billy, I think, is running for governor. He has gone to each table. I think he's gripping. That was probably funny, but no, I guess not. Maybe mayor? You're running for mayor? Forget it. Billy is a member of the Board of Trustees, a 1996 graduate of the Environmental Health, Safety, and Sustainable Program. Come on up. He and his wife, Brenda, are early supporters of the campaign and would like to tell you more. Friends, give him a shout out. It's Billy and Brenda Watterson.
Thank you, Kirk. That was so kind of you. And Ostrander, if you could just please hold your comments to the end of the segment, be greatly appreciated. We did have the opportunity actually to circle around to almost all the tables. We may have missed a few because you were dismissed, but again, we just want to thank you so much for being here tonight to celebrate the 140th anniversary and the kickoff of this campaign. It truly is a pleasure, and as co-chairs together for Together We Will campaign, Brenda and I are absolutely excited to shape the future of this university. We believe strongly that this campaign's mission to develop graduates who serve and lead with purpose, passion, and skill. With a goal of raising $75 million, this campaign will provide untold opportunities for students for generations to come. And as you heard tonight, it's already impacting the students that are here. I'd like to quickly introduce fellow members of this campaign. If you would stand, for those of you who are here tonight. All right, if we could do a big round of applause. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I'd also like to recognize members of the university's advancement staff for their work on this campaign. And I can't tell you, I mean, I've watched it. This has been going on for about 3 years, and of course, 2 of those were COVID. And they've just done an amazing job fighting through the complexity of people who don't want to see you. And very, very difficult. So I'm greatly appreciative. Now, I know, Ms. Polka, that we're on a tight timeline. I don't know where she's at. So I promised that I wouldn't spend 20 minutes up here. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can in order for us to listen to some good music and then do fireworks. But real quick, everyone asks me, not everyone, but a lot of people say, Billy, what's the deal? Why are you doing this? Why are you involved? And the first thing I would say is that, well, that's complicated, and there's not enough wine or time here to get into it. So I wanted to just kind of briefly walk through our why. So Findlay gave me the resources, the experience, the education, and the opportunity to choose the life I wanted to create and not the one I was born into. Brenda and I have been blessed beyond all belief, and it's been unreal for us. And we've chosen to be a big part of this campaign because this is where the beginning of the rest of my life began. When I gave my life to Christ in March of 2016, I came to understand that the gifts and talents, the blessings that He gave me were meant to be shared, meant to be multiplied for His glory. Last year, and it took me a long time, but I finally found 2 life verses because it's better than one. And they they have really helped to define my path, to light the dark spaces in my journey, and to keep me focused on purpose. So here they are real quick. Romans 12, 6 and 8. Let us use our gifts according to the grace that is given to us. And by God, let us be worn out by the sharing of those gifts. That's what keeps me moving. None of us alone will change the world. But together, we will. So that's why. Just kind of a quick, I just wanted to be raw and honest with you. My life has changed significantly since 2016, and I've really become a new man. I poured my heart into my work, into others' lives, and certainly came to respect and understand the fact that I was here. I was no one with nothing, and I've been so blessed to experience things that many will never have the opportunity to experience, and all I want to do is be able to give back, to pour into others, to multiply that effect. All right, enough of that. So campaign priorities. We got a few of them out there. Real quick, there are a couple of those priorities that are near and dear to our hearts. The first being scholarship support. I would not be here without the generous support of those who have come before me, who didn't even know me, that believed in planting those seeds to give others the opportunity to succeed. In fact, we're going to actually raise more money for scholarship than any other priority in this campaign. There's a couple of capital projects, shocking, that we care about. It's the Environmental Health and Safety Building and the expansion, as well as the Waterston Center for Ethical Leadership, which is going to be unbelievable in terms of the forward progress that we're going to make in the leaders, actually shaping and forming those leaders of tomorrow. That is going to be the new home for our College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. So, in addition to those exciting projects, we've got several more out there. We're working to grow and improve our laboratories, our athletic facilities, the MAZA programming, operational fund, service opportunities, and much, much more. If you would like to learn more about any of these and you have your checkbook ready and it's hot, you have a pen in hand or not, I can help you with that. Please stop, check in with me or any member of our knowledgeable advancement team, and or grab a Together We Will packet case statement on your way out. Or you can ask for one and we'll hand deliver it. All right, so we'd like to show you a video and give you a little bit different perspective on this campaign. Roll tape.
College. What do you remember? New independence? Hard work? Lifelong friendships? Learning to make a difference. For all the accomplishments, challenges, and achievements earned. For all the new paths and countless opportunities taken. For inspiring students to serve and lead with purpose. We are the University of Findlay. With ideals philanthropically created by the City of Findlay and the Churches of God, together we will enrich the student experience by providing tools that make the impossible possible. Together, we will make education more affordable by your financial support and by providing more access to anyone at all stages of life. Together, we will make a better tomorrow by connecting intellect, faith, and service, developing graduates that serve and lead with purpose, passion, and skill. Together, we will propel this great university into an even greater future. Join us.
All right. So at this time, I am pleased to announce, and with the help of many of you and others, that we are well on our way to reaching that goal of $75 million. And so far, we have raised, let's see those numbers, Vannas. $47,695,780.00. That is just incredible. All right, so I didn't ask her just to hold that for me. I really needed it. So let's raise a glass of whatever you have in front of you, and join me in a toast to you, to our students, and to this great university. Hear, hear. All right. Thank you guys again for joining us this evening. We greatly appreciate it. Enjoy the music, enjoy the dance, enjoy the fireworks. God bless. Y'all take care.